You're a player in the NFL, so you're already a hero to many. Who is your hero?
Uh, I'd say my brother, just because what he's going through with war right now is just kind of different for me. Seeing I have a 9/11 shirt on, which is kind of ironic. um, but seeing what he goes through every day. I did visit troops over in El Salvador and Honduras, and I just kind of got to see how those guys live when they're at war. They're kind of away from their families and stuff. So, and I have to say he's my hero just because he's giving away his life every day for people who basically are over there to live to die. It's kind of important to me. I wear a Go Army band. I'm not from a military family, so it's kind of different just having a brother in there. And it's kind of like it's more touching, just to know that you have someone in it, and he can be gone at any time. But I salute to all the troops out there, and I respect you guys.
Nice. You're a pretty fashionable guy, but I hear you don't cut your hair after a win. When did you start that, and why?
It's something I've been doing since I was younger. I'm very superstitious. Maybe it's just me. I think if I play good, I don't change my cleats. It's just something, a tradition I've always had. To some people, it may be stupid, but, I wear the same cleats all season. If they don't get me hurt, then I'll wear them again and stuff like that. So, I have my own little rituals that I do, that are different from everyone else. Some people may, wear different color socks or something like that, but it's just my haircut or it's my cleats, So I can go off.
Right. When you were tackling running backs as a linebacker at Villanova, could you have ever pictured yourself doing what you are now?
A lot of people don't know, but I went to Villanova as a running back. I got decommitted, and they converted me over to linebacker, which was kind of different. I did play in high school, but I wanted to be like one of those guys that was stars, and I felt like, running backs, got the fame and stuff like that. It's not about the attention, but I felt like I had fun doing that, growing up. But, linebacker was different. It was challenging just because, the game is different over there. A lot of people may not see it. It's just, to some people, a bunch of X's lining up and, guys just running around not knowing what's going on in life, or, maybe we just might be, tunnel vision, in terms of other things. So, I honestly always had a dream to be where I am. It's just about believing and achieving it, and I had a great supporting cast going through it. My parents are, my biggest supporters. They, come to every game that they can. They go to every home game and most of the away games. But, even going back to my brother in Afghanistan, he was watching like games at 4 a.m. over there, him and his troops. And some of his troops didn't believe that he had a brother until he called. It's kind of crazy because, times have changed because you can text while he's over in Afghanistan, but it's kind of different. And, having Tim Hightower and, guys like that in the backfield, you don't realize how close you get to guys, but that was the same guy I was tackling, in college and stuff like that. But, it's a dream come true at the end of the day. It's something that I've always wanted to do. And I remember when I was 7, I told my mom after we lost the championship game, I said, I'm going to be in the NFL someday. And she said she still remembers that. So it's kind of cool to, have her, hear that and actually live through it now.
How do you handle just being on the sideline when you're injured? Like, what goes through your head, and does it hurt more to be on the sideline, or what's going through your head?
The first thing is that someone's getting an opportunity to take your spot. I'm a person who's very competitive, and I enjoy watching guys having fun out there and stuff like that, but I want to be out there. It's not a good feeling at all. It's just like I work so hard to get where I am, and something so stupid as a little hamstring, that it's a little tendon in your body can control, basically your destination and what you do for the next couple of weeks and stuff like that. So, it's been a setback, definitely physically, but not mentally because, if anyone knows Coach Shanahan, he's one of those guys that says work through it. If you put all your effort forward, you'll be here. So I'm just kind of going off that. I became a starter out of nowhere. Mike Sellers was, a great mentor and leader for me, but, being in this role is something that I wanted to, always, I can always envision myself being in, but just sucks being on the sideline, watching guys out there having fun. And, pregame is my favorite part of the game because, you dance around, you just have all the fun, and you see the guys that you go to war with every day, and just to see the expressions on their faces and stuff. And, it just sucks being out there on the sideline.
Cool. Seemings as the average career of an NFL player is 3.5 years. Where, like, how do you think you're preparing yourself for the afterlife of football?
I think I'm very different in the sense of I'm kind of conservative, but I feel like I'm smart. And, everyone says that, but the ultimate goal is to have fun and doing what you're doing, make your money, get in, get out. I love what I do. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, you're preparing to set up your future for your families, or maybe even yourself. And you look at it from that standpoint. I mean, NFL has so many opportunities outside of running 100 yards on Sundays. Just to better yourself. Right now I am in the sports management program through Drexel University online, trying to get my master's. Something that the NFL. I mean, I had to apply to grad school and everything, and do an admission essay and do all that good stuff to get in. But I think it's an opportunity that they present forward, or they put forward, just to better the athletes and show that there is a life after football, and you have to prepare for that kind of. But my ultimate goal in life is to give back to people who are trying to get in a situation in terms of maybe pursuing an NFL career, maybe just going through the collegiate level of athletics, or anything like that. But I just want to give back to guys in between age groups of 18 to 25, because that's when you're kind of indecisive about what you want to do. Maybe you want to pursue a pro career. Maybe you don't think you're talented enough, but you want to get to the coaching aspect of things, and maybe just give guidance and share some experiences that I've had. Basically just give back to them. So that's what I want to do in the end.
So at Full Sail, we sponsor the WWE, like, pretty big. What is your tie into that? From what I hear, you're pretty WWE. Pretty
you know what?
Fan.
I used to watch wrestling all the time growing up. I'm a big WWF fan. But WWE, I still watch it on Monday nights. It's kind of fun. It's different. I know everyone thinks it's funny, but you take it back to some of the guys like Razor Ramon, like Stone Cold, Steve Austin, The Rock. I mean, the list goes on of guys who are doing it for so long, and it's crazy that the show still goes on, and it's still like sold out arenas, every Monday night, and every Thursday night for SmackDown. And you know what? It kind of brought myself, my nephew, and my dad closer together. That's the real reason I watch, because my brother's in Afghanistan. My nephew and niece would cry at night, and wrestling would be something that would take their mind off of them. So, my parents took them to a couple matches and stuff like that when they would go to Nassau Coliseum in New York, and every Monday just to sit on the couch and be with them. It was kind of cool to know that they actually weren't thinking about being away from their parents, for a full year. And Mondays, anything I could do to make them feel good, besides going to buy them something or anything, just showing them that I love them. I mean, that's what wrestling is for me now. And that's why I still watch, because I always have that connection with my dad and mom. We were in the NFL lockout last year, doing that. So it was kind of cool.
We're gonna have to get you down to Full Sail. Front and center.